Looks like more rust I gotta deal with. You know, haven't made a video in quite some time, and so I just thought I'd give everyone a little bit of an update of what I've been doing, what's been going on with all my cars. You know, since I finished up with the Herstol's project, just been a little bit, you know, lazy as far as making videos go, but definitely have not been lazy as far as projects go, and just thought I'd give a little bit of an update on what's been happening and the stupid things that I've been doing to my cars. Stupid meaning stupid as breaking them, I guess, so to speak. So here's my buddy Moby. What's going on? But let's see, the old black Cavalier here, that car needs a transmission, and finally got the transmission ready to put in this car. Everything ready to go. Replaced all the seals. Actually, let me just show you the transmission real quick. This is the tranny right here. Little Malibu still sitting here. Replaced the seals, both axle seals. Replaced the transmission torque converter seal and the filter. Had that all ready to go. Ready to take that car apart. Started to drive the red Z24 as my daily driver. And what do you know, the very first day I take it back out onto the road, because this car has been retired for a little bit of time, and the fuel lines decided to spring a leak. I knew that they were close because the amount of rust that's underneath the car. So, you know, good old Northern Ohio winters will do that. Completely rusted out the lines, and so I replaced the line all the way back to the fuel filter. There's the filter right there. There's a rotted hole in the subframe. But replaced the hard line coming off the filter, and goes into a rubber hose right there. And then, let me get underneath here. You can see the had to rubber hose the vent line because that was leaking. Rubber hose then the hard line, and then I spliced it into the hard line. Finally, where the line is rust free. So got to tighten everything up. Got to strap everything down with zip ties. And then hope that the vent line doesn't leak, because that's the third and final line underneath this car that will potentially leak. And it, you know, judging by the looks of it, it's not in very good shape. So we'll see how that goes. So as soon as this car is then fixed, get it back on the road and start driving that and get a transmission in the Black Z. And can maybe retire this car again. We'll see. But something else that might get you guys' attention. A little bit of a story on the old 83. Picked up another load of wood with it, and also borrowed the neighbor's trailer. This is probably a good 2,500 to 3,000 pounds worth of weight here of firewood. And I've been cutting down some trees in a friend's backyard because he wants to make a backyard for himself. If you want to check out one of my other videos, there's one of us cutting down a huge oak tree. So that's a pretty cool video. But so I decided to borrow the neighbor's trailer. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to get a trailer. I'm going to load up all this wood. I'll have my truck. Everything will be great. So this truck used to tow full-size cars back in the day with a full-size car trailer. I'm like, this truck's going to have absolutely no problem towing this. Well, I hook up the trailer, bring it to his house. We load it up to exactly what you see here. And I pull out of his driveway, head down the street, no problems. I make it a third of the way home, and I come across some railroad tracks. And the railroad tracks had a pretty steep pitch on them. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go very, very slow over these tracks. and because I thought that the trailer was going to drag just because of the pitch of the tracks. So I make it over the tracks. I make it no more than 5 feet over the tracks, and it just slams down and drags, and I'm like, holy shit, what was that? I look behind me, I see the nose of the trailer pointing down. So fortunately there was a gravel parking lot next to the tracks. I pull off, trailer's dragging, everything's dragging, sparks, and I get out of the truck, and I didn't really know what I was going to find. I thought I broke the neighbor's trailer, because as you can see, this is a pretty nice trailer, but the trailer is perfectly good shape. It did not break. Take a look at the trailer hitch on the truck. You can see how it's pointed down, it's angled down. And what happened is this. If you saw any of my other videos, you know the extent of the rust on this truck. The actual trailer hitch pulled right through the frame. You can see this frame is just absolutely crumbling. And to be honest with you, I probably should have known better. There's a piece of the frame right there. So I probably should have known better, you know, that the upper portion of this frame, the upper portion of this frame right here is rotted right here, and the right underneath that, you can see, is right where, there, I'm just pulling off hunks of the frame right there, is right where the hitch bolts to. So the hitch actually pulled right through the frame and yanked it down, just the weight of the tongue weight of the trailer yanked it down, and it started dragging the ground. So, you know, I think this truck is it's deemed worthless pretty much now. I mean, there you go. There's the frame right there. So, yeah, this thing is officially done for. I can't tow with it anymore. I can't really haul much with it anymore because it doesn't have a tailgate. So that was an interesting ride home. So my friend went and saved me. He brought his truck up, hooked up the trailer, and I was, you know, the truck is still perfectly drivable, but that's what happened with this truck over the weekend. So yeah, that was a real fun ride there. So I need to really haul ass on getting the engine out of this truck, putting it in the 84, and getting the 84 going, because this truck has a good hitch on it, and of course it's definitely not rusted. So next vehicle on the list here is the Ranger. Another update on this one. Haven't showed this truck in quite some time. Got myself a set of seats out of an Explorer for this one. So if anyone wants to buy these nice Corbo seats, racing buckets, I want to sell them, I want to get rid of them. So let me open the hood on this thing. This is kind of depressing what happened to this truck, and I'm pretty pissed at myself about this. But I took this thing for a drive the other day. Let me put the hood prop up. Took it for a drive the other day and hooked up the battery. I haven't driven in a while, and I set the hood down, and I wanted to take it up and down the street to get the rust off the rotors, just give it a good running through the gears. And I set the hood down, thought I had set it on the safety latch. Apparently I didn't, and guess what happened next? Got fast enough where the hood flew up, and went vertical on me, and messed up the hood. It split the hood. It's a fiberglass hood. It split the hood at the seam all the way down. So the hood's now garbage. It's a pretty cool hood too. So the hood's garbage. It messed up the truck. The hinges came up and hit the pinch weld, bent the cowl, bent the hinges. I might be able to save the hinges. Unfortunately, the hinges are spot welded to the body, and same with the cowl. Everything's spot welded. So it kinked the cowl, and it bent the cowl right here, right below the windshield. So pretty upset about that. You know, that it damaged the truck, and it's just because of my own stupidity, really. Coulda, shoulda, woulda dropped the hood all the way down instead of just setting it down thinking it was on the safety latch. So let me set this hood back down. So kind of upset about that. So this hood is now officially garbage. So it's got some damage up here as well. It bent the cowl right here. Put a good chunk out of the paint right there. So what are you gonna do? So I already got another hood for it. I got a steel hood for it. So I gotta fix that now. And one more last thing, just doing a little bit of work around the house. Since I've been getting so much wood, I actually cemented some boards into the ground. Made some wood racks. Actually dug 2 feet down. Built these rectangular frames here. Cemented that part into the ground. So now I'm all set with splitting and stacking wood, getting ready for winter. So made myself a nice little area right here, and what I'm going to do next is actually build a pavilion roof to go over top of all this. So all this wood here is going to get split and stacked. All of that wood there, and there's probably 10 more trailer loads of wood where that came from. So I'm going to be set for a good couple years. So that's what's been going on. It's been kind of adventurous with the trailer hitch pulling off of the frame, the hood flying up, and the fuel lines rusting out on the Cavalier. So that's the latest. I plan on making a whole lot more videos. I appreciate everyone who's been keeping up with me, commenting. Please comment, subscribe. I appreciate the activity, and appreciate the views. Thanks, guys. Talk to you guys later. Look at this guy. Look at this lazy cat. Moby. Hey, don't touch me.